Hello everyone. You are listening to this audiobook on channel Voice of Purpose by NSS IIT Bombay.
World Autism Awareness Day is an internationally recognized day on 2nd April every year, encouraging member states of the United Nations to take measures to raise awareness about people with autism spectrum disorders, including autism and Asperger syndrome, throughout the world. Autistic children can find it hard to relate to and communicate with other people. They might be slower to develop language, have no language at all, or have significant problems with understanding or using spoken language. They might not use gestures to make up for the problems they have with words. Autistic children tend to communicate mostly to ask for something or to protest. They are less likely to communicate for social reasons, including sharing information. They also often have difficulty knowing when and how to communicate with people in socially appropriate ways. For example, they might not make eye contact or let another person take a turn in a conversation. To communicate effectively, children need to understand what other people say to them, that is, the receptive language, express themselves using words and gestures, that is, the expressive language, and use their receptive and expressive language skills in socially appropriate ways. April is Autism Awareness Month, and to highlight an important developmental issue related to ASD, autism spectrum disorder, for those living with ASD, language and social development is often rightfully the focus of a therapy plan for any child. Depending on that plan, goals specifically devoted to improving speech intelligibility can be secondary. The difference between speech and language, however, is critical here. First, it's critical to understand that there is no pattern of speech that would define ASD. Like the condition itself, speech intelligibility in autism can range from non-verbal to perfect intelligibility. The advice here is more relevant to those children who are currently pursuing the verbal route of communication. And while a child may currently need an assertive to communicate, this can change, especially earlier on in the communication development of a child with ASD. The ability to communicate his or her need and wants to improve academic and social success is paramount. However, at some point in the long-term plan, misarticulated speech should become a strong priority. So when speech articulation does indeed become a priority in the child's overall therapy plan, one excellent place to start is the well-established developmental norms of mastering certain sounds. Target the sounds that kids tend to master earlier in childhood, because these also tend to be simpler to say from the standpoint of what the mouth needs to do to say the sounds correctly. In terms of what therapy approaches should be used, this should generally also be taken with greater consideration in kids with ASD. A variety of approaches should be employed and each be given their due. For example, one child may make considerable progress with more traditional approaches to articulation therapy, as I like to call it, talk therapy. Another child may benefit from a more phonological approach to therapy, while another may do best with a tactile method like Speech Buddies tool. It is especially true with children with ASD to use a variety of approaches and not be afraid to cycle through these various approaches. In many autistic kids' therapy programs, language and social use of language, that is, pragmatics, are emphasized. This is usually the correct course of action. However, as the child's language blossoms, when the time is right, talk to the speech therapist about a strong shift towards working on speech articulation in the autistic child. As speech clarity improves, so does his or her capacity to be understood by communication partners. This in turn motivates a child who may have deeply struggled with communication to initiate exchanges more frequently. In essence, it is a positive feedback loop that can make an enormous difference on the child's academic and social life. Persons with autism have the right to self determination, independence, and autonomy, as well as the right to education and employment on an equal basis with the others. But with the breakdown of vital support systems and networks as a result of COVID-19 exacerbates the obstacles that persons with autism face in exercising these rights. We must ensure that the prolonged disruption caused by the emergency does not result in rollbacks of the right that persons with autism and their representative organizations have worked so hard to advance. Persons with autism should never face discrimination when seeking medical care. They must continue to have access to the support systems required to remain in their homes and communities through times of crisis, instead of facing the prospect of forced institutionalization. We all have a role to play in ensuring that the needs of people who are disproportionately impacted by COVID 19 are met during this difficult period. Information about precautionary measures must be provided in accessible formats. We must also recognize that when schools employ online teaching, students with non standard ways of learning may be at a disadvantage. The same applies to the workplace and working remotely. Even in these unpredictable times, we must commit to consulting persons with disabilities and their representative organizations and ensuring that our non-traditional ways of working, learning, and engaging with each other, as well as our global response to the coronavirus, are inclusive of and accessible to all people, including persons with autism.
So hope you guys had fun. Please like, share and subscribe to this channel for more interesting audiobooks.